So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Ooh, the juke. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Well, another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to float this one deep right. He's got a man complete. 30, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 87 yards. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. At their own 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Shoot.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Yellow.
Now Cousins. toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10.
Hey, 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Hey, let's go.
From the gun, here's Watson. Being chased out left. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A shotgun snap for Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. So 2 quarters down, and just like that, on we head to half number 2. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Starting the 3rd quarter with Cook. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Kill. Lucky 50. Check 99. Check 61. Matchbox white.
They run it again with Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Going up top. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
You might be getting tired of seeing me. Check. Lucky. 49. Check 49. Under 10. Under 10. Hey, Ringo, 48. Check. Blue draw Corkers. Check.
And the play clock becoming an issue, so Mike Zimmer's forced to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Vikings, first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
The high. Ready? No chance. Where's the hot?
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
The hot. 180. What's the curl? What's the curl? Good routes here. 41 for Mike. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. On the ball.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 44-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Fair catch made in the 25-yard line. The Texans take their 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Watson. On the right side, this is Miller. Give him 7 on the play. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Watson operating from the gun. Dancing to his right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. To throw, Cousins. Left side caught by Diggs. 16 yards, a 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Again, it's Cook. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Mike Zimmer's made his decision, and that decision is to try and go for this thing on 4th down. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jadeveon Clowney, and this Texans defense stands tall. Oh, offensive nightmare there. You go for it on 4th, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. From the gun, Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Following the interception, Cousins. Looking sideline, incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
He's coming. We got double.
Again, this is Cook. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
Quick. Hey, wahoo!
Now Cousins on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. A 1st down carry now for Miller. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Again, it's Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Watson. They'll find Miller. That's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Yellow. 180. Watch the run. Hey, 4-1 Mike. You're trapped.
Here's Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Don't be scared of it.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game. So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
Running back. Hello? That's the Jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my Jag talk it. I eat it. Ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stretch. You don't make no clap back when you backpack my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab round man. When it come back, I'ma get back my bad. When the tech hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the tech missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gonna make you fuck like a limbo. She said she not a, she an ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Get this. 47 Mike.
They go play action here on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First and 10.
He's crazy. He's checking crazy.
Real.
47's the mic, boys. 47.
Hurry!
Check 47. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, tight.
Hey, 133.
Check white 47. Check white 47. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Both sevens are mine.
From the 41, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Trying to get it to Landry there, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
57 Mike. Mike 57.
Go.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
Up, 180! King! 47 Mike, 20. Hey, Orbit. I got you.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield caught left side. It's Beckham. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, Alpha! Ram!
Wentz going to throw. And this is Ertz with it, right side. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Watch the slack.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Howard. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. To throw, it's Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 18. They go play action. Mayfield. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Steps away to his left. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And down he'll go at the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
180. Pistol. Come on, D. Both sevens and
On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
57's a month. 57's a month. Hey, Ford Tokyo. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Slim. Hey, Haywood.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we said
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll get 34 yards there.
First down, Philadelphia.
Here we go. 180!
Mike, check tight.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Mike, 58, right there.
Five.
Pull it together.
657.
58 for Mike. You can't block me. You can't
From midfield, here's Wentz. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Myles Garrett, his second sack of the night.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Here's Wentz to throw. And he's going to go down again. Myles Garrett bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now on fourth down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Waiting for it back deep, Antonio Callaway. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Hurry!
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Check, 47. I'm coming.
To throw, Mayfield. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Screen pass to Sproles. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. A give to Howard. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
81. You don't want it. Pick up the ball. Hey, Zoo.
Mike, 57. That's right, baby. They don't want it. 57's the Mike. Watch 57.
74.
Check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. That's caught inside the 20. Now a timeout.
Let's go.
7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 33. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead extends. It's 15-0. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, watch the ball.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair, and he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I look, well, all right, never mind. Third quarter action now.
That's it, baby. We got to work.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
53's mine. Man, I got you.
Sponge. Shoot, kill. No, hey, exit.
They go with Howard again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
46 down, man, 5-4.
57's the Mike.
Win.
All day. Jim.
A give left side to Howard. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Mike. Hey, here I come.
On first down, they run with Howard. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now it's Sproles. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Go. Ready?
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm here all day.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Jordan Howard, 38 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. They'll run on first down. Howard. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.